All right, hey, it's Colin. So today I want to talk about my 1998 Lexus LS400. So when you last saw the car, I was putting some R1 concepts, brake pads, and rotors on. During that time, also a little bit before, I had a lot of maintenance done, put a lot of miles on the car. When you first saw the car, I had like 186,000 miles on it. It's got 216,700 on it now. So I've been driving a lot. I've been going cross country, but today I want to tell you a little bit about what it's been like to own. So my ownership experience with the LS400 has been, I'd say, pleasurable. It's been a very enjoyable car for long distance trips. It's gone to Arkansas from Michigan twice. It's going to be going down to Atlanta in the next few weeks here for another project. It's gone to Florida and back. And it's been fairly good. I haven't really had any issues with it. Just recently I had a couple things, so I had to do the brakes and rotors, redid those. So as you can see here, what I'll show you is they're drilled and slotted from R1 Concepts. Really nice. They're kind of overkill for this car, but it stops fast, which is nice. I do have some rust starting out. This rust spot was there before. This rust spot's gotten worse. I was planning on spending some money and fixing some of this stuff, but right now it's just surface and paint. Same thing at the other side of the vehicle. But pretty much it's been the exact same condition. I really haven't done too much with it. I've been looking for a 95 hubcap for that. I would love to replace that, just make it look a little better, paint some stuff. I have the tables back here, but I want to keep the car kind of dirty because I want to show you, like, it gets driven every day. I mean, this is my daily driver. I might stance it eventually. I might lower it. My plan is to get some Bilstein suspension on here, lower a little bit, maybe get some cool wheels. I'd love to get some type of like deep dish JDM kind of BBS or something, you know. But right now, you know, I installed those lights as you saw in that one video. You know, my sister whacked it a little bit the other day, you know, in this corner here. It's not too bad. I don't understand. It's like people with LS400s, like, it's like every single right fender is dented. Like, I don't understand. Like, you cannot find a right fender that's clean. Left fenders, you can find these all day online, but right fenders, no, you can't find a clean right fender. It's I don't know why. But overall, I mean, it's been a good car. So the first issue I had with reliability during this entire point of ownership has been the alternator went out. So I took the car in. I took it into a buddy's shop of mine. Got some maintenance done to it, but in total cost ended up being about $2,500-ish, somewhere around there. But I ended up getting a lot more stuff done too. So got the alternator done. I did the timing belt, so the timing belt has been redone now. Timing belt got done about 3,000 miles ago. Ended up also doing some other work with pulleys and belts, so those were all replaced, the pulleys and belts, and got an oil change as well. So interesting thing is, when I bought the car with 186,000 miles, the oil was somewhat recently changed, but it's very clean. It had like 5,000 miles on the oil. So I wanted to see how long, and I bought the car for $1,000, right? And I probably don't plan on selling it to a friend unless someone's willing to accept a possibility of something happening to the car. But I want to see how long this car can last with like bare minimum, really. So a couple other interesting things. The hood doesn't want to close for some reason, so it's closed now, but it takes quite a bit of time to play with the latch and stuff. So that's one problem I've had. So we did the alternator. The car originally got an alignment probably around 190,000 miles, 192 or 3,000 miles. Some reason it still pulls to the right. I don't understand why. I mean, I think there's some tire wear going on, but these are the tires that I got from my buddy Grady on his old LS400. It does pull to the right. I don't know why, but and it got aligned before. Vehicle wise, I mean, it's clean. It lives on a dirt road. It's been on a dirt road. It's, you know, most of its life, so it's really kind of like a farm car. It's kind of funny to think about. Interior wise, I mean, it's been really clean. I put these mats in because you know, winter time. I haven't done too much. So as of recent, the steering column broke. I can't figure out why. It makes like a weird noise, so I'll get in here. I'll show you. It broke. Couple other things. Installed this Bluetooth adapter, so it works with FM, which is nice. I really don't have to change it that much. A nice spot for my phone to put on here. Car holds temperature well. my ABS light is on sometimes when I hit bumps because of the cable is kind of like hitting the calipers. So when I hit a bump, it freaks the cable out and it makes my ABS light go on. So I just wanted to show you the VSC, the ABS light just came on. So I wanted to show you what that looks like. And I'll show you, like, as I drive, it'll end up going away after some time. But you'll see that the light's on and it'll fluctuate through. So it just turned off. You know, I'm missing the trunk button. I'll pull the trunk here just to kind of show you how much stuff I keep in this car. But overall, I left it the same. I thought about putting an Apple CarPlay system in because I drive this car so much. So there it is, 216,783 at the moment. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's been fine. I actually left the sunroof open one time and it rained a little bit and it dried out, which is fine. So I haven't had any issue there. You know, I keep it clean. I try to keep it as clean as I can. As you can see, how much camera gear you can put in the back of this thing. I mean, it's very used. So, you know, always keep a screwdriver on you when you own this car because you never know what's going to happen. I feel like it's just good luck at this point. But, you know, as you can see, it's a ton of stuff. I mean, these are just big Manfrotto tripods and light stands, and sometimes I put lights and stuff back here. I'm going to be getting a cover for the rear seat soon, so I don't have to worry about scratching it up. I still have the tables back here. Tables are fine. They work great. You know, overall, it's in still good shape. So, you know, overall, yeah, driving experience has been great owning this thing. I love putting a bunch of miles on it and take it to weddings when I film weddings on the weekends. I do have a commercial plate on here, but look how much camera gear you can put in this thing. Look at this storage space. I mean, this is a Pelican 1510. This is a big drone case. This is a, I think, 1560 Pelican, and this is a, what's this called? Seahorse case. I mean, this is a full-size Seahorse case. So I still have plenty of room. Like, I could probably put 1 to 3 more of these if I really organized it, and a couple other lights back here too. So I mean, it's got a lot of space. I put a cart back here. I do wish it had fold-down seats. I think that'd be really nice if it had fold-down seats. This car does not have fold-down seats, though. You know, sometimes the center light doesn't work. I don't know why. Freaks out. I also still have the original factory toolkit, so that's cool. But it's very used. Car's doing well. I recently had a service done on it. So a recent service that I've had done on it is I did the exhaust. The exhaust basically fell off on this car because it was so rusted because, you know, being in Michigan its entire life. Now it has a new exhaust. The cost of the exhaust is about $100 to patch it on there, bolt it up. I'm not really happy with the patch job they did, but it'll do for now until the next problem with rust or whatever with living in Michigan. Another thing I ended up doing is I actually ended up super gluing this light to this light here. So that way it won't come out. It's missing this kind of rubber weather sealing here, but so far that's been super glued in. That's been perfectly fine. Haven't had a problem. So the interior has held up pretty well. I've had a bunch of friends riding along. I really haven't had too many people in the back seat though, just because it's been always full. But this is the original condition when I got it. Yeah, I'm starting to get a bit more of a tear here on the driver's seat, but I'm pretty much the only one. Me and my buddy Matt are the only ones that really drive this car. So this is the seat wear. This is after 216,000 miles, so not that bad. This spot was kind of already here when I bought the car. I'm getting some wear here. Would love to get some new components to maybe clean that up. I do have some wiring also for those LEDs I put on underneath, which are really cool. Those have worked well. I'm pretty happy with them. Kind of has a cool effect. Those are on all the time. Seat wear wise, passenger seat's perfectly fine. Recently I had a mark in there, and that was came from moving some stuff in between houses during the pandemic, so that happened. But I mean, overall, I mean, it's been really great. I'm thinking about getting a rear shade soon for this. I think that'd be really nice. Also thinking about getting darker tints for hiding the camera gear, and it'll hold me over until I get a van at least. So something else during ownership is I do have these keys here. One's the valet key. You'll see the plastic's kind of starting to come off. I mean, it mainly sits in my pocket most of the day. This key was broken when I got it, and this key broke and is gaff taped. So yeah, but this, I mean, I use these two keys. I'm gonna buy a new one from eBay, so that is possible to use. A couple weird issues that I experienced with this car are sometimes the battery terminal connections aren't too great. And you randomly have to kind of re-tighten the battery terminal connections. I have an issue. I'm using the Costco interstate batteries, so it could just be an issue with those, because you get that like 3-year warranty, and then pretty much it's lifetime. You just take it back and get a new battery anytime. And then a couple other interesting things too is like, you know, I don't get too many transmission jolting. I get a lot of it in the S-Class for some reason, because I think there was a recall done on that transmission. But the 5-speed's really nice. I definitely would recommend. So what has the car been like to own? In my experience, I've really enjoyed driving it every single day, down dirt roads, to weddings, across the country. To me, I'd much rather drive this than probably like a newer Camry or like an ES. I'd probably prefer to drive this car. I do like the 300 horsepower from the Lexus LS. The 5-speed transmission is very nice. I'd say it's worth the premium over the UCF10 cars with the 4-speed. You do notice it, especially with fuel economy. You know, this car is supposed to take premium, yes. But from my ownership so far, I have put regular in it a little bit, and I've actually found that I've gotten better gas mileage running regular than I have with running premium. And despite using premium gas, I've also gotten better gas mileage. So on longer distance trips, so for example driving to Cleveland a couple weeks ago with this car, I was able to pull 29 miles per gallon in this 300 horsepower 4-liter V8. 29 miles per gallon. The car's rated to like 24, and I'm getting like a tank average casually of 27 miles per gallon in this car. I mean, it's incredible. Like, most people say, okay, the gas mileage is really bad on these Lexuses. All right, maybe your foot is like lead and that's how you drive. Maybe. But I've gotten pretty good gas mileage from driving these cars. So really, I wouldn't worry about it unless you have a lead foot and you just floor your car everywhere you go. It was fun when the exhaust was broken because it sounded just like an AMG driving this car. But now, yeah, I fixed the exhaust. I don't floor it everywhere because I don't need to. But yeah, I get good gas mileage, and don't let that scare you. If you're looking for an LS400, I'd say keep an eye out. Look in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. I think they're a decent deal right now. As long as they're around 200,000 miles or a little bit less, is an excellent deal. This car was $1,000. I don't expect you to get a car for $1,000. I know people have gotten them for like $500, $800, just random people selling them in their neighborhood. But for value, excellent cars, ultra reliable. I would take this over a BMW because it's elegant. I would take this over the S-Class because S-Class, same generation, has airbag issues, electronic issues. There's so many problems that go on with the S-Class from the UCF20 generation. So like, I would say like, what is it, 2000, I think 2002, 2000 or whatever was the S430, S500, that generation, which I would say it's more comparable to than the W124 S-Class. Definitely pick an LS. Like this is comfortable, it's cheap, it's reliable, it gets you around A to B. You don't have to worry about issues. Suspension is rock solid. And I would take this probably even over a 430. I think design-wise, I think it's beautiful. Interior-wise, I think it's very comfortable. I think the 430 is nice because it has the cooled seats that you can get. But the heated seats in this are fine. Yeah, they die out maybe after 200,000 miles. But still, like, out of what it is, it's a great car. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you watching this video. If you'd like more content, make sure to hit that notification bell so you can see more content about the LS400, the GT3, the E28, the E30, and the Mercedes S-Class. So a lot of cars to show you. Make sure to stay subscribed so you can see it. Catch you guys soon.